run away.
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Manny here. Welcome back to DFS Zone, your source for daily fantasy sport lineup advice for the NFL, NBA, now the WNBA, as well as MLB. And before I continue on with the video, like always guys, I appreciate a like on the video. And if you have not subscribed, this is your first time checking out one of my videos, please subscribe down below. And of course, do not forget to turn on those notifications. This way you will not miss any of my new uploads. With that being said, it is now Sunday, May the 20th, 2018. I am going over the WNBA's first full slate of the year. I've been looking forward to this. It's going to be some good games today. Definitely looking forward to that rematch of the championship game, the championship series from last year between the Sparks and the Lynx. Number of rookies, #1 picks that are going to be possibly playing today. I would think pretty much every one of them will get some time on the floor, so it'll be interesting to see how those girls do. Yeah, man, it's just going to be it should be a great, nice WNBA season. Let's go over. I'm going to go over the actual games. We're going to start off with Indiana and Washington. I'm going to go at this format, considering the WNBA is obviously a lot smaller league, and they play less games than the NBA. You know, so there won't be that many large slates. This being a 6-game slate, this is perfect. This is not considered even that large of a slate for me to be able to give you guys information. But you know, we're not going to get a ton of these throughout the year. So definitely look forward to these. But we got Indiana and Washington. Right now I don't have no implied totals for any of the games, but I do know more or less what where these teams pretty much, you know, land going into these games. Indiana and Washington, you would figure that Washington is favored at home. They produced about 82, 83 points per game last year. Indiana about 74, 75. So I would figure that Washington is favored. When I look at this game, you know, it's not too many players I'm looking at in this game. This is not definitely a game that you should target. I definitely would target more that LA Minnesota game. The Phoenix Seattle game should be an interesting game. Those are high scoring teams. And possibly maybe the New York Chicago game. They were kind of fairly close as far as scoring, even though New York finished third in the standings last year. Chicago wasn't that bad as far as an offensive team, so that might be an interesting game. Definitely the one that is probably the least one that is going to be competitive is probably going to be the Las Vegas game, which we'll discuss next. But this Indiana-Washington game, when I look at this game, I'm looking at, obviously, Tolliver here stands out as the guard for Washington. You also have Erica Wheeler for Indiana. And then, of course, you have the rookie, you know, Ariel Atkins, which I look forward to seeing her play. But when it goes to Wheeler, we got her at 5.6. You need about 26, 27 from her. I am not too high on her going into this first game out of the whole entire slate, but really just speaking in behalf of this actual game, she definitely is a decent play here. I prefer Erica Wheeler better. I'm going to go to the cruncher here, and when I go to guard, we're going to go and look for these girls. Here goes Erica Wheeler right here, and then we have Ms. Tolliver. Where is Tolliver at? Well, let's look at Erica Wheeler. Erica Wheeler, 26, 24, 32, and 30. You know, dating back to last year, she already got to play this just yesterday. So with a loss, they lost 82-64, but she played 27 minutes. Her usage rate was, you know, pretty much 30%. So that's really fantastic. She shot 6 of 13 from the floor. She definitely missed 3 free throws, which is, you know, uncharacteristic of her, but she definitely missed 3 out of the 4. She got 4 rebounds and 4 assists, a little balance there, and she got 1 block, put up 13 points. I mean, not a bad game at all. She definitely met value. I think she's a fine player. I really like her in this particular matchup. I like her better than I like Tolliver. So if you're looking to get a guard out of this particular game, I would definitely go with Wheeler. When it comes down to Ariel Atkins, I mean, you know, 4.1. She hasn't played obviously as of yet. She's a collegiate kid. You know, obviously she was definitely, you know, high draft pick. She's a first-round draft pick out of Texas. She's projected here with this 4.1. That's pretty much about 21 So you need to get 21 out of her in her first game. I mean, being a first-round pick, I would definitely think she's going to be playing, because obviously the girl that's here already, Monique Curry, she's at 4'4", only $300 more. So definitely Ariel Atkins is someone that they definitely drafted her so that she could play. So I expect her to play. It's going to be a nice matchup because you got Kelsey Mitchell here as well, and Kelsey was the #1 pick, second overall in the draft. So definitely a fine ball player in college. She's a #1 pick from Ohio State. So I look forward to seeing these two young girls play tomorrow, Kelsey and Ariel. I would think that Kelsey will probably be maybe a little bit favored more here, but then again, Ariel is at home with Washington. So either one of these you cannot go wrong with. If you're choosing one of these young players for tomorrow, I would not be mad with Atkins or Mitchell. I would probably just prefer Mitchell a little bit more. There is another rookie on tap tomorrow as well, Victoria Vivians. She is she's at 3.2K, so you need about 16 from her, and she's a first-round pick also out of Mississippi State, pretty much the 8th overall pick. So I mean, she's highly, she was a high draft pick. So obviously, she is one that's going to get some time on the floor too. It's obvious that Kelsey Mitchell will get more. I mean, she's actually priced $800 more, but I think Victoria will get some time on the floor tomorrow. So hey, the new era of young basketball players we will get to see now over the next couple of weeks is going to be fairly interesting. But if I had to make a choice, I would definitely take Mitchell. This is not a game I'm really targeting, but I'm just trying to let you guys know if you are targeting anybody in these games, I wouldn't be at all upset with anybody going after any of the young rookies. Mitchell is a first-round pick, so is Ariel, so as well as Victoria. So I mean, you're not going to go wrong there if you choose one of those girls. All right. Moving on further, what we have here in the forward position, Candice Dupree obviously is a outstanding ball player. She definitely stands out, for me as Indiana's forward. Del Dawn, not a bad ball player. I kind of favor Dupree a little bit more because she does a little bit more on the court than Dawn does. We'll go over to the forward, to the cruncher. Let's go here. Where is she? Del Dawn. All right. As you can see, she's 31-30, 24-33. Pretty much, the good thing about her, she is definitely like almost a 45 point upside. So, if you're looking for somebody in a GPP like I am, she will fit into that mold. But I kind of like Candice a little bit more watching her. She definitely has 40-point upside, as you can see here, 43 and 28. And I just love that she gets a lot of massive minutes. She already played in game 1 today, and she played for 31 minutes and had a 27% usage rate, 7 of 14 from the floor. She got 8 total rebounds, 2 assists, and she got a block. And then the other thing about her is she doesn't foul a whole lot, man. She's not a fouler. She's just a pretty decent defender. So Candice Dupree, and then she, at times she takes those occasional threes. She didn't take any threes today, so you never know. But Candice is definitely someone you should consider. At 7,000, you need 35 from her, and she's, as you can see here, she's could easily get 40 or better. So I like her more so than I like Del Dawn. Moving on further from that particular game, when I look here, I don't see anybody else other than those two girls. I'm not interested in anybody else here in this particular game. We go over to Las Vegas and Connecticut. What I like out of here, let's see. Las Vegas obviously is was originally San Antonio. San Antonio was the worst team in the league last year, so they're entering this year as the worst team coming in from last year. But they moved to Las Vegas, so the Las Vegas Aces are going to go up against Connecticut, and Connecticut was a fairly good team last year. They averaged about 86 points a game, and they finished 10th, but they put up 86 points a game. The San Antonio team was averaging 74. So I mean, but the good thing is they definitely had a lot of draft picks. I mean, they got themselves 3 or 4 rookies in this draft, and I expect them to, obviously build there. Bill Lambier, who left the New York Liberty, is now in charge over there at Las Vegas. He is like the GM, and he appointed himself as the coach, which you would figure he would. He wants total power, so we'll see what Lambier could do there. He did a fine job when he was here with the Liberty in New York, so it'll be interesting to see how well he develops these young girls there, and I think he's pretty good at that. So he probably will succeed there with time in Las Vegas. Time will tell. But we look here at this slate, man. Obviously, it stands out. These two, we go to the guard position. We got a couple guys suspended, a couple girls suspended. Caleb McBride and Kelsey Plum have been suspended for a little while, starting the season for Las Vegas, which is a big blow for them because these guys, obviously they played a lot of minutes in San Antonio last year. But we're gonna just go right down. We got Jasmine Thomas, Courtney Williams for Connecticut. And obviously they got this rookie Lexi Brown who's coming in. I think Lexi Brown is going to eventually get some time tomorrow, and eventually she's going to get just as much time as Courtney or Jasmine. If you're going to take anybody here, I would definitely consider Courtney Williams. We go over here, we go to Courtney Williams on the cruncher when I can find her. Where's Courtney at? Courtney Williams. All right, she has 35-point upside. 21 and 28. Okay, her last two games last year definitely has some duds here, but see, last two games 30 and 33 minutes. I don't know what was the difference in time, but definitely she has potential. 24% usage rate and 27 in those last two games. 5 of 11, 7 of 13 from the floor. I mean, 19 and 10 points, and then she does a little bit of everything: blocks, steals. She does turn over the ball quite a bit, but not as much as you would think. 2 assists. Definitely gets some rebounds. She does a little bit of everything. She fills up the stat sheet. There are some nights where she is pretty much across the board doing a little bit of everything. So, I mean, I like Courtney Williams. I prefer her over her counterpart Jasmine Thomas for Connecticut. But Lexi Brown, new kid in town. I mean, definitely got to take a look at her. She's from Duke. Another big top draft pick. She's here right now at 3.5, and that tells me that chances are she's going to play. I really believe all first-round picks are going to play a little while tomorrow. She needs 17 to meet value, so obviously we don't have no stats on her as far as how her career is going. So we're going to see as we go here how well Lexi does and how much time she gets on this Connecticut team, but I expect her to definitely play. We go to the forward position. This is where Connecticut is strong at. These are their twin towers, Jones and Thomas. Both, as you can see, 7,500, 7,200. They definitely got to put in that. With that price, you need to get about 36, 37, and you figure 33, 34. 30. You need about 35, 36 here and about 37 over here. So I mean, these girls are definitely going to have to produce. And when we go to the cruncher, you can see that they definitely do. Miss Jones is up here at the top, 39. In her last game last year, she did have some duds in between, but she got 50-point upsides. You can see at 50, 42, 58, 47. I mean, she is just, incredible. She's a rebounder. She's a shot blocker. She definitely is willing to pass the ball a little bit at times, but she does a little bit of everything. As you can see, she shoots the ball. She shoots from 3, and she's definitely a decent free throw shooter. So JJ is definitely someone you should consider tomorrow. And if you're not going to go with her, you definitely want to take Alyssa Thomas, 31 and 31. She has, 50-point upside, as you can see here, 51 ceiling. So, I mean, she's capable of putting up some monster numbers. But these two girls are definitely the key for them, especially in this game tomorrow, because really right now Las Vegas doesn't have anybody to match up with them. This is the reason why they had 3 or 4 rookies coming in. We'll look to see how they do. You got Ajay Wilson, who's coming in as a rookie. She was a #1 draft pick, first pick overall, I believe, in the draft. She's from South Carolina. She at 4.8, as you can see that price there, that means she's definitely starting at 4,800. She needs about 23, 24 to meet value, so she's going to need to be on the floor at least 25 minutes to 30 minutes for that to happen. Being a young kid right out of college, I don't see that being a factor. So I mean, I could expect her to see some time there. The next person that was also drafted by these guys were Ja-Soo Park from South Korea. She was a top pick too. She was in the second round, 17th overall from South Korea. And as you can see here, she's at 3,000. She may not get no time tomorrow, but you never know. 3,000 doesn't really tell me if she is or not. But they definitely need that help up there up front. So maybe she may get some time. I would say maybe 10 to 15 minutes. But we'll see. 3K, you need 15. We'll see what happens there. I definitely think Wilson is definitely on tap to play. And then, of course, if you want to go with the Twin Towers, I think you definitely should go with JJ up front there. And that's what I like here in this particular game. In the Atlanta-Dallas game, we have Atlanta. What I got here? Atlanta and Dallas. Dallas put up 86 points last year on average. Atlanta 78. Actually, you know, Atlanta finished 10th in the league. They only had 12 wins, so they were definitely in the bottom of the barrel here. Dallas had 16 wins. They finished 7th in the overall. I obviously would think they're favored at home tomorrow, and because again I don't have the lines on these. But we go here. Obviously, Diggins Smith is the top dog here for the Dallas team. And I really only like two players here from the Dallas, and that's Diggins Smith. She has 40 point upside. At 7'7", you need about 37, 38 from her. And other than that, I mean, the rookie played a little bit today. Where is she? Azura Stevens. Where is Azura Stevens? Azura Stevens right here, 3,300. Let's see, what did she put up here? Did she get to play yet? Yeah, she played 14 minutes, got only 3 points, 1 steal, 6 rebounds. So almost a fantasy point a minute, which I love. As if you guys listen to my videos before, I always say for fantasy sports, if you can get a point a minute out of somebody, you're definitely going to be okay. Azura Stevens is definitely in play for tomorrow in this game. And those are the only two girls that I like out of this Dallas team is Diggins Smith. Diggins Smith, we're going to go right here. Where is she? Miss Smith. She's there at the top for tomorrow. So projected to have 30. She put up 38 just the other day, 2 days ago in the first game of the season. Was a loss. They lost 86-78, but she had 36 minutes on the floor. I mean, man, that's a way to start. But as you can see, look, dating back to last year, she is 30, 32 plus every single night. She is the top dog there, 16 of 9, 16 of 18. So game 1 of this year, 6 of 19. She missed all 7 of her 3-pointers, which is a shock. But she was perfect from the stripe, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. She has 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal. Not a big, fouler, so that's good there. She's definitely decent defender. Yeah, Diggins Smith, man, definitely. I really like her. I think she'll definitely be in some of my lineups tomorrow. I really like the way she plays. Then we move on. Let's go back. Now we got Brittany Sykes. Brittany Sykes, 6.4 is her price tag. You need about 32 from her, and I think she has good upside. I think she's pretty darn good. I mean, she's got 45 plus upside. She got 45 in that last game last year. She has some duds in between, but you can see she's put up 34, 38. I mean, she took a ton of shots that game. I mean, look at the usage rate. Oh my God, that's a good way to end the season. I guess she was on there because they were losing. They gave her even more time on the floor. She had a fantastic game. I don't know if she's going to play that kind of minutes tomorrow, but definitely someone in play. I just prefer, obviously, hands down. In this particular game, I like Diggins Smith, and I actually like her in this entire slate as one of my guards. So if you could squeeze her in, definitely is one of my favorite. Moving on further here, let's see if we got Miss Breland. Where is Miss Breland? Right here, Jessica Breland. Not a bad ball player as well. Let's see what she did in her last games. All right. Last game last year, 17, 18 minutes. Actually played very little minutes in the last few games last year. Let's go over here to the cruncher. And let's check her out here a little bit more. Miss Breland, where are you? She is way down here somewhere, huh? Hold on a second, guys. Let me find her here. I should have reduced these down like I do with the NBA. And yeah, Jessica Breland. I had it on guard. My fault. 17 and 10. Yeah, she's 35, 32. Again, she has 30 plus upside. Where is she? Jessica Breland. Yeah, 35 to 38. She could get you 35 at that price, 5,300. I mean, you need to get like 26. You need about 26 from her. I mean, it's going to be a tough task, but she obviously has potential to do it. I think she can. Other than that, I mean, like I said, Azura Stevens, definitely someone to play at 3,300, could definitely be a value play as one of the young rookies on the floor. And that's pretty much it for this game. I mean, not really a whole lot. Let's go over to the LA Minnesota, which is going to be an interesting game because this is a rematch of the actual finals from last year, which went to a 5-game final 5th game, and Minnesota Lynx pulled that one out. I think they won by 7 or 8. It was a pretty good game for a while. But anyway, let's get to it. Guards, man, Chelsea Gray, definitely a fine ball player, you know, for the Spark. And as you can see, the top 2 guards here are the Spark players in Gray and Sims. And I mean, you know, Gray has 6.8. You need about 34. She definitely has 40-point upside. Definitely someone you can consider tomorrow. I think that's not a bad price. She could definitely, you know, cash you in there with that price. Odyssey Simmons, definitely another one in play. 6'1". You need 30 pretty much from her. She definitely has 45. You know, she could definitely get. She's 40 plus upside as well. Maybe even as high as 45. I've seen her have some monster games. Here we see. Let me take a look at her. They're right next to each other. Gray and Sims. Yeah, Sims 21, 33. A little up and down here towards the end of the year, as you can see, 52, 34, 36. I mean, you know, and look at the shots. I mean, she takes shots, you know, and she gets good usage rate. And the most important thing, like I always tell you when it comes to fantasy sports, you got to get those minutes. And as you can see, even dating back to last year, even dating all the way down to here, everything is all in the 30s, 32 plus, all the way up. So definitely someone that is on the floor and is going to get some action for you. You know, we want those minutes. So you definitely want to, you know, keep eye on that. Over here, for Minnesota, obviously guard. I mean, Simone Augustus is not a bad ball player either. She's definitely in play. Let's take a look at her here. Simone Augustus. Look at this, the way she ended the playoffs last year. 38, 24, and 32. Those were her biggest numbers. She was definitely starting to get cooking here. They utilized her more towards the end of the year, towards this playoff run here, and she didn't do too bad. 28, 31 minutes, usage rates anywhere with 35 here, 27% here, 22. Look at the shots, 12, 12, 17. I mean, she can shoot. She can hit the 3. She rebounds. She passes the ball. She does a little bit of everything. She can block some shots. She's not a big fouler. You know, I like her. I definitely do like her there. So she's definitely someone in play. At 4,700, I think that's pretty cheap. You know, 47. I mean, what we need to get from her, you figure you need about 24 for her to meet value, and she was pretty much at 21 throughout the year last year. I think she can do it. I think in this particular game, I mean, she's gonna have a tough task here because Gray and Sims are not bad. You know, these are pretty good ball players. But at 4,700, I think she's, you know, she's actually priced a little low. She's definitely could get you 25, 26. So I think she could definitely get you value there. Lindsay Whalen was tremendous in the finals last year. I mean, so definitely a sneaky play here. And I'm gonna show pretty big numbers from her. But let's see what we have here. See, 32, 28 towards those last games, 28, 23. She played a lot of minutes in 4 out of the 5 games, and look what she did. 33-4. That final game was very important. 18.2, 19 and 14. She had some big games in the playoffs against Washington too, 29 and 18. I mean, she's a sneaky play at 41. You only really need to get from her is 21. You know, she's capable of doing it. Yes, you can see there. So, I mean, someone definitely to consider there. They do have a rookie guard here in Carly Wagner. You know, so you never know with her. She's out of the University of Minnesota. She was the 3rd round pick. Chances are she might. I don't think she's probably going to get any light at 3K. It's just telling me. And not only that, she's a 3rd round pick, but I know she's a rookie. So someone to consider there. When we go to the forwards. Here, man, Foles and, you know, of course, Candace Parker is one of the better players in the league, but she is hurt. I don't know how to pronounce Agwameki. She is pretty darn good at 7'7". I've seen her in a couple games. But Foles, definitely in play. 8'1", you need 40 from her. It is a lot of points for her. I think in this matchup, she's going to be fired up. She may get that. Especially that they're playing at home, but you know, don't take me to the bank on it. I mean, I really like this girl here, and Maya Moore is probably even a better discount. Pay $500 less, and you can get Maya Moore. Maya Moore is not a bad play here as well. At 7'6", you need about 38, and she has 40 plus upside. So I may want to save a little bit and not go with Foles here and take more. Rebecca Bronson is definitely another good fine play. 4.6. You need about 23, 24, and she has 30 plus upside. So I wouldn't even mind going more Brunson here as a stack if I'm going to target this game. This is a game that I think people should target because it is definitely going to be a game that these teams are going to go at each other. It's a rematch of the finals, and I'm sure LA is going to want to get out and jump all over Minnesota, especially at Minnesota, to start the season. So definitely the game to watch tomorrow, and definitely I think is the game that you could definitely get a couple players that you may want to stack, maybe 2 players or 3 players from, or maybe even do a game stack where you take maybe 5 players between the 2 teams here, 3 and 2, or maybe even 4 and 2, and go to 6 or something like that, or maybe even 3 and 3. Looking at the numbers here, I think it's pretty much possible you can do that. So definitely someone to consider there. So yeah, but I like Brunson. I definitely like Brunson. I think that would be a nice play. At 4,600, that's not a bad price at all. Like I said, you need 23, maybe 24 from her, and a 30 plus upside. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely on that. Other than that, Kyla Thomas is a rookie. So definitely take a look at her. She may get some time tomorrow. She's a 2nd round pick, out of Florida State, but I think she's going to get some time here. It might not be a whole lot, maybe like 10 minutes or so. But I look forward to seeing these young girls, the new ones coming in. So it'll be interesting to see how she's going to get some sort of a role with this team, considering that they are one of the better teams in the league. So we'll see how that goes. But this is going to be definitely an interesting game. All these girls are in play, man. Foles, Moore, Brunson. I'm leaning more towards Brunson for that price, and I'd rather go with Maya Moore here than to go with Sylvia Foles. But that's entirely, that's the way I feel about it. New York, Chicago, the Liberty. Liberty averaged 80 points last year, almost 81 points. Chicago about 82, but granted, New York finished 3rd in the whole entire league with 22 wins, while Chicago finished with 12 wins and finished 9th. So even though Chicago's at home, chances are they may be favorite, but I wouldn't be surprised if New York is. Like I said, I don't know what the lines are as of this moment, but I would think all the home teams will be slightly favored tomorrow in most of these games. So we go to this game here, New York. Definitely, I definitely like Prince here. Quigley here is a good play. Allie Quigley for Chicago, 6,900. You got to get about 34. She has 40-point upside. We'll take a quick look at her here. And where is Miss Quigley? There she goes, right there. 29, 23. The last 2 games last year. She actually already played this year. She got a win. And it was she had a 27. She pretty much had 27 usage rate, 27 minutes, and she put up 29 fantasy points. I mean, that's not bad. It's a little over a point, a point a minute. I'll take that. She only missed 2 of her 3-pointers, 3 of 5. She had 5 assists. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she played fairly well at that price. She needs to get 34, like I said, but she has a 40-point upside, so I think she's a fine play there against New York. Prince is a good play also for New York. 5'7". She needs about 28, and she has 35-point upside. Let's look over here at her. And where is she? There she go. Epiphany Prince. 21, 26, 28. As you can see, 26 to 28. I know for a fact that she can definitely do even better than that. Yeah, they say here about 36, 37. So I think she definitely is 30 plus at 5,700. You need 28. That's really, really close to what she normally will get for you for value. I wouldn't set up a lineup with her in it, but in this particular game, she's not a bad play. And then we go here, what we have left here. Let's go back to Sugar Rogers. I'm not on her. Shavante Zelius is not a bad play at 4-3. I'd rather have her, Zelius, than Rogers. I remember her having some good games last year. I'm from New York, so I definitely watched the Liberty. Where is she? Let me find her. She is pretty low. There she goes right here. Shavante. 12, 20, 14, 9. She's okay. She definitely was off in her last game. 1 of 7. End of the year with 1 of 7 from the floor with a 23% usage rate in 25 minutes. Only put up 4 points, had 6 rebounds. That was a terrible way to end the year. But she definitely, as you can see, 27, 31, 29. She has some games where she's streaky. Let's put it this way. She's like a J.R. Smith, yeah, but for the Liberty. She's projected to put up 21 tomorrow, so there's a possibility that she might have a good game. But I won't be targeting her. I won't say target her. I don't think this is a game that you should target and consider Shavante. But at 4,300, I think she can definitely get you value. Bria Hartley, not a bad play either, 4,000. I look forward to see if the Liberty give Kia Nurse some time. She's our #1 draft pick this year. She was the first-round draft pick. She was 10th overall pick from UConn. And those UConn girls from Connecticut, they definitely, the University of Connecticut, they're definitely are good ballers. So I look forward to seeing how Miss Nurse gels into with this Liberty team, who was the 3rd best team last year as far as record is concerned. 3,700 you need from her, about 17, to meet that. So if they put a price on this at 3.7, I would. Me knowing that she's a first-round draft pick, I am definitely assuming she's going to play. Just don't know how many minutes. It's tough to say, but I'm mentioning the rookies' names just for everybody to be aware that there are some decent rookies that came out of college, and #1 picks more than likely could be some steals. Here goes another one right underneath for Chicago, Diamond DeShields. Diamond DeShields was a #1 pick too. She was 3rd overall from Turkey. I don't know a whole lot about her other than she was the 3rd-round pick. I would assume that she was picked 3rd in the league, in the draft. She's definitely pretty darn good. So at 3,500, you need about 3.5. I would say about 17 as well. 16, 17, pretty much for her as well. But again, we'll wait and see what happens. It'll be nice to see some of these young kids play. That's what I'm looking forward to, so that we can see whom is going to take off, what teams are going to actually have some superstars in the makings. So I look forward to seeing if the New York Liberty play Nurse and Chicago play DeShields. So DeShields is in play as well as Nurse. Maybe not right away, but hopefully in the next game or two we'll know. And let me see who else I like in this game. We'll go to the forwards now. Tina Charles definitely is in play, 7,900. Miss Charles is 79. You need about 38 guys, and she has I'm sure she definitely has 50-point upside. Let's check a look at her. Charles, yeah, she's 52, 53 here. I know she does a lot for the Liberty. She's one of our top dogs. 36, 31, 25, 22 minutes. Look at the shots, 17, 21, 18, 15. She gets her shots. And her usage rate is through the roof. And she's capable of rebounding. What I like is that she rebounds. She's definitely willing to pass the ball, and she's able to shoot the 3. Not a whole lot, but she can hit it, and she definitely gets to the foul line. She does a little bit of everything. Assists. Sometimes she gets some steals. She could get into foul trouble here and there. As you can see, she had a 5 here, but look at that, 44 in that game. Yeah, I like Tina Charles, man. I definitely like her here. They're projecting her for 32. She needs to get about 38, 39 to make value. It might be tough, but I think in this particular game she has a shot, especially over Stephanie Dolson. Dolson is the best play here for Chicago. So if you want to go with Stephanie, definitely Stephanie. She came over from the Washington team. Stephanie Dolson, she already played the other night, 27 minutes, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block. Not bad, 27.9. She got 1 point a minute. Fantasy point per minute, so not a bad start for Stephanie as a Chicago member. Miss Stokes, not a bad play, 4,600, but I won't be on her. Mercedes Russell is another rookie, okay, so someone to consider there as well. She was a 2nd-round pick out of Tennessee for New York, 3,500, so you need about 17 from her. At that price, I would think she's going to get a little bit of time, so we'll see. She has an opportunity there to get some time off of Miss Stokes, so we'll see if Mercedes Russell is someone that is going to be long term for us. Okay, what else we got here at the forward spot? I don't see anything else. I mean, that's what I'm going with right now in New York and Chicago. Those are the key guys. So you got Dolson, Williams. So you got a couple rookies here too. Let's see who else is a rookie here. Leslie Robinson's another rookie. I don't think she's going to get any time, but Leslie Robinson's a rookie, so be on the lookout for her. I'm just trying to mention the rookies so you guys are aware of who are rookies out here. So Leslie Robinson is Gabby Wilson. Where's Gabby Williams? She's a guard. Sorry. Gabby Williams also. Diamond DeShields, which I already mentioned, and of course Gabby Williams. Gabby was the 4th overall pick. She was right after. They picked back-to-back, and they took these two young girls. So Gabby Williams out of UConn, another one out of UConn who's going to probably be a very good player. I don't know nothing about DeShields. I know she's from Turkey. Nice name, Diamond DeShields, double D. So, but Gabby Williams, definitely good ball player. So we'll see how she gels with the Chicago team. 3,500 for both of them. So I would think it's at 17 each. I would think that these girls are going to get a little bit of time on the floor tomorrow. I think FanDuel knows something that we don't know. So, definitely consider Gabby and DeShields for low value plays if you're interested. Phoenix and Seattle. Last game on the slate. Not a whole lot of guys I like, girls I like out of here. Definitely I like Lloyd for sure, and Sue Bird for Seattle, and then of course for Phoenix, Mitchell and Taurasi are definitely definite plays for sure. Other than that, you got Imani Wright. She's a rookie. Okay, so remember that she's a rookie. And who else we have here? There should be another one. But anyway, let's focus on these guards. So Lloyd is a good play. 6'8", you need about 34, and tough to say right now how well she's gonna play, but she's up here. They're projecting her to put about 29. So 28 and 39, 25 and 44, 2 out of the 4 games, really crush value. I mean, yeah, man, she's capable of putting 45 plus, as you can see there. So I definitely think Jewel is a good play. I also definitely like Sue Bird. Sue Bird, you need about 32 for that price, and she's about at least 35, I would think. Let's see, Sue Bird right here. Yep, she's about 38. They say about 38 ceiling, so she has some upside. I would definitely do Lloyd as opposed to Bird in this matchup if I'm going to take a Seattle player. 68, I think she can definitely cover that. Taurasi is definitely Diana is definitely a fine play for Phoenix, the best guard there that they have, other than Mitchell right now at the moment. So Taurasi is definitely in play for me at 6'3", 6.3. She needs about 32, and she definitely has 40 plus size. I don't even have to look at that. This girl does a little bit of everything. So Diana is definitely in play for me. So definitely consider DT there. When you come to forward, we all know about BG, Brittany Griner. She's a beast. 8,200 may be a lot for her. I mean, man, 8,200. Shoot, that's about 41, 42 points you need out of her. I don't know if she can get there in this particular game, Brittany. Let me go to the cruncher. Sorry, let me go to cruncher. Brittany. Yeah, she's not even in the top here. Brittany Griner, all the way down here. They're projecting her to put 26 and a half. Those projections might be a little off. I mean, she did put 26 just the other night. 29 minutes in a win, 29% usage rate, 4 of 12. She was definitely off. Wow, she was really off at 3-point. I didn't catch none of this game. I just signed up for the league pass today, so I mean, I didn't see any of the first 2 games. But 0 for 5 from 3, and man, 7 rebounds. 7 rebounds, not bad. She's definitely 8 or better when she's getting cooking. She definitely is a blocker. So 2 blocks is okay. I can live with 2 blocks. That's fantastic. Would love more than that, but I mean, yeah, I mean, she's, listen, she's an animal, man. She's a beast. She's definitely a beast. definitely someone to consider. I don't think I'm going to be on her tomorrow, to be totally honest with you. I would rather go with Brianna Stewart and pay $200 less. She brings a little bit more to the table as far as for me in scoring in different areas. You see, she gets blocks, she gets steals, she rebounds, she does pass a little bit, and then she could score. So I just don't know. She's like, let's put it this way, a little bit more of a complete player, I think, is Brianna Stewart for me in my eyes. So I definitely am on Brianna at 8,000. You need 40 from her, so it's a lot, but she can definitely make that. And as you can see, last year she averaged 40. So that may change as the season progresses here now, because it's early in the season, and it's the same thing. I'm going to probably think things differently in about 2 weeks from now or something like that. But at the moment, going into tomorrow, I like this matchup. I will pay $200 less and would do Stewart and use that $200 somewhere else. So I mean, for Seattle, it's basically, like I said, Lloyd and Bird are not bad. Taurasi definitely for sure for Phoenix. And then when you come to the forward spot here, you could go with Griner or you can go with Stewart. Either one of those, you cannot go wrong. Alicia Clark is not a bad play either at 4,500. You need about 23 from her, but she's definitely can get you 30. I like her better than Little. And that's it. That is basically it. The rookies here are probably not going to get any play. Maria's a rookie. She did get, well, I guess she did get some time. How much minutes did she get in that first game? 10 minutes, 6 points. So they have some plans for her. So she got 10 minutes. She may get another 10 minutes more. Maybe they'll stretch her. Musina's another rookie. As you can see, she didn't get anything up here, so she didn't play the other day. Maybe she'll get a chance. I'm just not on those rookies today on this particular slate. That's pretty much it. So that's pretty much it. I mean, as far as choosing stacks and everything here, let me just put everybody together here, and I'll just give you a couple plays. I think the games to me to target tomorrow are I'm gonna tell you right now. Definitely, I think I like the LA Minnesota game for a target. To target as far as getting players from that game. Either 3 players from that particular game, or stacking 2 players or 3 players from one team, or taking that whole entire game and taking 5 or 6 players. I think that's a good game. It's a good matchup. It's a rematch. That's a game I'll definitely would target. I would also target a New York-Chicago game, because even though New York was 3rd last year in wins and finishing 3rd in the standings, Chicago pretty much was able to score around 80-some points a game as well, even on a losing effort. They only won 12 games. So, this may be a little more competitive than we think going into tomorrow. And the Phoenix-Seattle game is going to be a little competitive. It's going to be a little competitive when you got Lloyd and Bird and you got Taurasi and Mitchell. And then you come onto your forwards and you got Griner and Stewart. So you got some guys there. You can definitely pair up Stewart with Taurasi or Griner with Bird or Lloyd. So, I mean, there you go right there. If you decide to do a game stack there, you got 4 or 5 players that you could probably squeeze. I mean, you won't be able to squeeze all 4 or 5 players. You'll probably be able to get 2 or maybe 3 out of this entire game, and then maybe you go to New York or go to the LA Minnesota game and get 2 or 3 more. And then you can make your lineups through there. Because it's different here than the NBA. The NBA, we got a 60,000 budget here. We only got 40,000, so definitely something to consider. I'm not on the Connecticut Las Vegas game because I got a feeling that's going to be a blowout. So I wouldn't want to target anybody there. But if you wanted to, you definitely will have to, target Connecticut players. And if you wanted to go with a low value, I would consider maybe Las Vegas with some of those rookies. They got about 3 or 4 new rookies, and I would assume at least 2 of them are going to play several minutes. So you might consider that. And I don't know. That's basically it. If I put everybody on here at guard, definitely Diggins Smith. As you can just target all the 6 games. Smith I like. Quigley I like. Gray I like, Lloyd, Bird, Taurasi. All right. On the lower end, then you can play Erica Wheeler is a fine play at 5,400. Augustus at 4,700, I think is a little low. I think that's a good play there. And then if you wanted to go with any of the rooks down here, I would say Ariel Atkins is going to get some time because she's a #1 draft pick. I like Whalen here at 4,100. She was big for the Lynx in the championship series last year, especially in 2 or 3 of those games. I definitely would like to see this rookie Kelsey Mitchell do some work tomorrow. So definitely she's a good low value play at 4,000 as a rook. And Kia Nurse for New York, I would think she's going to get some time, as well as Lexi Brown, Diamond DeShields, Gabby Williams. All those are rookies that I'm mentioning right there. Those 4 or 5 last ones. Jamie Narid is a rookie. It says here 3,300. There may be some time for her on the floor. Victoria Vivians. All right. And just trying to let you guys know who is a rookie and who is in play. I think right there that's good enough. Carly Wagner could be a play here as a rookie as well. But at 3,000, I don't think so. I think it's definitely the ones that I mentioned. When we go to forward, out of the whole full entire slate, Griner's in play, Foles is in play, Stewart is in play. Out of these top 3, I like Stewart the best. Then other than that, you got Charles, definitely in play. Del Don, definitely in play. Gloria Johnson looks like game time decision with the leg, so I don't know about her. She's in play. Moore is in play. Jones is in play. And out of everybody that's here, my favorites again are Stewart. I like Moore here as well. I like JJ here. And then we go down to the lower tier. You definitely could consider Ja Wilson is going to get some time. She's a #1 draft pick. She's a #1 overall pick. So you know she's starting. Let's see. I'm trying to find Mercedes Russell, maybe at 3,500. Chances are she's going to get a little bit of time as a #1 pick, as one of the draft picks this year. And Azura Stevens already has played, as you can see, already 13. So you're going to see her get a little bit more time. Shakila Thomas may get some time for the Spark, and maybe even Stephanie Mavunga may get some time. She's also a rookie. And that's it. I mean, I don't know. I'll be here forever. Obviously, as we go, I will be shortening up the videos and getting right to the point. Just wanted to start off for the first couple of slates. I'm just going to come out, break down each game, and tell you who more or less I think are good plays for that particular game. And then at the very end, like I'm doing now, I'm going to tell you exactly which girls I think, which of these ladies I think you should definitely target from as far as the upper end, the mid tier, and of course value plays at the bottom. So Jai-Soo Park from South Korea is a draft pick. I don't know if she's going to get any time, just letting you know. Leslie Robinson's another rookie. You know, Haynes Allen's another rookie. Maria's a rookie. She already got 6 fantasy points. Musuna, she's also a rookie. Billings, there's a lot of rookies here. Mackenzie Ingram is also a rookie. So I don't know how many of the rookies are going to play. I do know that the top ones, the ones from 1 to 10 all the way through New York, maybe even all the way through the top 12, are going to probably play. So, you know, be on the lookout for those guys. We'll see what happens. I mean, I could probably, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple people out here. I love Diggin Smith. Let's pencil her in. All right, I'm going to give you 3 or 4 picks right now that I think I definitely like to play. Definitely like Taurasi tomorrow as well. So there goes my guards. Let's go with a forward. I'm going to give you 2 forwards, and then you take it from there. 5,200. Man, I love Breanna Stewart. Love Breanna Stewart. Oh, boy. If I take her, I'm going to be way, way too... I might have to... Let me just take a look. 45. Then I'm going to say my plays with Maya. All right, let's try Maya there for now. And then my next choice would be, don't know, I may go with Breland. The #1 pick, I mean, would be a nice, yeah, man, let me throw her in there. Wilson, she's a good player, man. We'll see what she can do tomorrow. I'm sure she's going to play. Just give me a 4. I'm going to give you a 5th one right now. And I'm going to go back up. I'm not going to go with another rookie. we'll go with let's go with Jessica Breland. And that leaves you guys with 4,100 for the last 2 plays at guard. So you got to come down here and look at anyone from here down, from Christmas Kelly down. You can choose somebody, and that could be one of the young rookies again. You got Ariel Atkins here you can choose. You got Kelsey Mitchell. I mean, man, I already have a couple of people in play. So, you know, you at least from what I've given you right here, if I'm going to go with a Diggins Smith and I'm going to go with a Taurasi, you know, then, in a Maya Moore, that are pretty highly expensive players, then I'm putting myself in position that I'm going to have to get 1 or 2 rookies. But, you know, just figure I'd throw something out there for you guys. I wasn't planning to do that. You know, 4 or 5 players, you take them or leave them. Like I say, you can remove Taurasi. If you like someone else other than Smith, you could use someone else. You know, none of this is set in stone here. It's just me just throwing some people out there for you. You know, so yeah, you can go this way with these 4 or 5, or you can take away Miss Breland, or you could take away Miss Moore, and you could just move it around whatever way you want. But I pretty much gave you matter of fact, I just do this and share. What is it? Come on, I hate when it does this. Good. All right, so let's just see. I'll just tell you right now. I guard. When I clear this up like this, none. Smith, Lloyd, okay, Chelsea Gray, Sims, Quigley, Bird, Wheeler, Rossi, all right, Zelius, Prince, Augustus, okay, Christmas Kelly. Then I'm gonna go a little bit down, Mitchell. All these on that I'm clicking on are what I am looking at to make lineups with. So now I'm giving you even a little more. So pretty much that's it. Other than right here, it's not showing in the pool. It's not showing the rookies. Okay, now I click on it. We'll throw in there Atkins, Mitchell, Nurse, Lexi Brown, Gabby Williams, Diamond DeShields, Victoria Vivians, and who else I think is going to probably play. All these, a lot of these are all rookies here, but I don't think everybody's going to play. I'm going to leave it right there. Then I go to forward, grab some of the rooks. Wilson, hold on, let me clear this. Wilson, Russell. I don't think Park is going to play. Hines Allen, Billings, maybe Billings. Lewis, Harden, Bass, Graves, Coffee. Yeah, I'm going to go with just that. And then go to the top. JJ for sure. Candace Parker's hurt, so we're not going to worry with her. She's a game time decision. You got to check to keep the news on that. Check on the news. Stewart definitely in play. Charles, Alyssa Thomas, Inca, Del Don, Maya Moore, Griner, Dupree, Foles, Dolson, Breland. These girls are all in play in my eyes. It's just a matter of Alicia Clark, Azura Stevens. We're wrapping up here, guys. Yep, that's basically it. Now I go over here to the pool, and it's 37 players, guys. There goes your forwards. There goes your guards. These are the ones that I think are in play. Diggins Smith, Lloyd, Gray, Sims, Quigley, Bird, Wheeler, Taurasi, Zelius, Prince, Augustus, Mitchell, Atkins, Mitchell, Kelsey Mitchell, the rookie, Kia Nurse, Lexi Brown, Gabby Williams, Diamond DeShields, and Victoria Vivians. All those that I mentioned there, the last 6 or 7, are all rookies, #1 picks. Then I go over here to forward. You got yourself J.J. Jones. You got Jones, Johnson, Stewart, Charles, Thomas, Uwabla, Del Don, Moore, Griner, Dupree, Foles, Dolson, Breland, Clark, And these are the rookies here: Alyssa Clark, Azura Stevens, Ajay Wilson, Mercedes Russell, and Monique Billings. I'm sure I'm probably leaving one or two out. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I said, it'll be a little quicker. Obviously, some of the slates are going to be very small, only 2 or 3, sometimes just 1. You know, they don't play that many games over the course of a week. They're kind of spread apart, so there should be some games almost every single day, but they're not going to be 6-game slates all the time. I think most of the 6-game slates or 5-game slates will be on the weekends, like on a Sunday or on a Saturday. So, but that's basically it, man. This is just the first video for WNBA. Obviously, I will definitely shorten it up, and obviously, I am more than happy to just go ahead and give you what I think are the top plays from every game, or just basically what I'm looking at. And probably what I'm going to do is, obviously, as the slates are going to be 5 or 6 on these days when it's 5 or 6, just because this is the first one, I'm basically trying to break it down because it's the beginning of the new year. A lot of rookies are going to be in play, and I felt it was important to notify you guys who might not follow WNBA, might not know enough of the players, that there are a lot of rookies that are expected to get some play time, and then you're like wondering, who are these girls? So I figured, let me just bring them out, let you know whom has whom and where everybody stands, and then we'll take it from there. As the season progresses, obviously we'll know how many of these young ladies are gonna be integral part of their team's offense and be playing on the floor often, and then it'll make it a lot more easier to break things down even faster. But when it's only 1 or 2 game slates, it's going to be even easier and a quicker video. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. Just get to the point, let you know who I think is in play, and that's basically it. Use the cruncher, and that's the bottom line. So again, guys, that's pretty much it, man. You know, so I hope that helps, and of course, you know, enjoy the games tomorrow if you're a WNBA fan, and if you're new to DFS and new to WNBA DFS, hey, you know, give yourself a shot tomorrow, and let's see what happens. You know, I got my lineups already set up, and I'm ready to go, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's the first lineups for the year for me. I like 5, 6 game slates in the WNBA. I think they're better, but after tomorrow, obviously, I will be playing pretty much almost every day. And you'll get a video from me every day as well. I'm also going to be picking up the MLB soon, so I'm going to be very busy, like I told you guys. And of course, we're going to continue with the NBA all the way through the end of the season. So that's basically it, man. God bless everybody. Have a great day. Enjoy the games, and good luck. And your boy Manny's out.